How's it going, everybody? My name is Philip, and today I'm going to be reacting to an AFL video. Now, this is Mason Cox, Don't Believe in Never. Not quite sure what this entails, but from what I understand, I heard that he is an American. And it's funny because I was actually thinking that it would be interesting to see an American try AFL. And from the looks of it, he's supposed to be really good. I mean, I think you would have to be pretty good if you're gonna have like an actual video made about you. I mean, they don't just make some about nobodies, unless that nobody does something good and big and amazing. But you know that doesn't happen all that often. Anyways, the point is, I'm interested to see this. I'm always interested in learning people's stories from different sports. If there's anyone from rugby, if there's anyone from American football, regular football, you know, just any sports in general, let me know about. Let me know about them and I'll give them a watch. It's always fun to learn about people and their stories and see where they come from and then see how they get to where they went and where they are. And it's always fun to see. So let's get into seeing where Mason Cox came from. Because apparently, again, American. I don't know how he went from playing whatever he played here to going to Australia and doing that. Which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's kind of cool. So let's see what happens.
When Mason came to us, no American player had ever played a senior game of AFL footy. It's
really
a one
tall.
in whatever you want to call it, because no one had ever done it.
Mason Cox, redshirt senior from Island Village, Texas.
Oh, damn.
He's only played 6 minutes all year.
I went to Oklahoma State University, so I started out playing basketball when I was a freshman. I've never picked up a basketball in my life, really. We played at the rec center, and there was a GA at the women's team, and she asked, would you be interested in helping out? Pretty much called the Dream Team, and they played against the women's team and practiced other teams played against them. I was kind of like, yeah, cool, like, what do I get out of it? And she goes, oh, we'll give you a free pair of shoes and maybe some kit. And I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
The men's team saw me training with the women's team, and one of the coaches said, who's that massive dude who's playing with the women's team? Like, why don't we have someone like that? I was in way over my head, barely could make a layup, and I was just a body bag. We got a call. They wanted me to go to LA to try out for this thing called AFL, Aussie Rules Football, and we both looked at each other and was, what the hell is that? And it comes up and it's like AFL's biggest hits.
I think that's one of the first things I watched after I watched the rules video. Like, it's kind of funny how that happened, where I don't know about it, and when I type that in after learning the rules, literally, that's... I'm pretty sure, I'm about like 90% positive that that's the one I watched. I mean, might have been a newer version, maybe, I don't know. But still, like, I mean, it's kind of funny. It also, he sounds like he kind of has a little bit of an Australian accent coming out, like very, very slight hint of it, because I mean, you know, there's, yeah. Anyways, the point is, very interesting, especially how tall is he?
I just kind of look at him and laughing and going, is this really a sport? I'd already accepted a 6-figure paying job at ExxonMobil, so I went to the tryouts. Everyone that was there was interested in myself. It became pretty serious pretty quickly. That week, I threw the cap in the air, you know, I got the degree on stage.
He's massive.
Parents proud. A week later, I flew to Australia and my life changed. The whole concept of me coming to Australia was just to give me a showcase of what AFL was. Saw my first AFL game, sat next to a North Melbourne player. He explained to me, you know, that's 6 points. That's a point. Hits the post, it's worth a point. You know, they point the opposite direction whenever they really mean that way. And at the end of it, I remember he goes, okay, cool. So these are the teams that are interested in you. Here's the contracts. Let me know what you think.
The international rookies are whopping 211 centimetres, the same height as Aaron Sandilands. Looks spot.
Hold up. See, this is one thing that messes me up. Why can't y'all just go whether I don't know the conversion. Holy. This dude's 6'11", 6'10", 6'11 ish. What the crap?
Quite exciting.
I remember getting on the plane, and I thought, what have I just done? I've just given up.
Okay. Sorry for pausing it so much, but I don't want to miss anything, and this seems really fun and interesting. But after so I've watched a couple AFL games, and I'm starting to understand it a little bit better, which is kind of funny. I didn't think I would be able to understand it quite as quickly. I've watched like 2 or 3 within the last like couple days that I've been looking up, which I have to say, AFL, thank you for not taking down the full game videos on YouTube. I appreciate it a lot. Definitely helps me learn about it. Same with the rugby. Whoever is in charge of rugby, thank you for letting the video stay up on YouTube. I appreciate it a lot. Definitely helps people be able to learn it, because I am able to pick up on it apparently really quickly through watching the games, which I didn't think I would be able to. Maybe it's because I watched the rules first and then I started watching the games. Point is, I don't know what my point is anymore. Okay. I remember what my point is. This dude's massive, and everyone's talking about like he's never gonna play a game. Like, how tall are some of these other players? I've seen some of them that are like about 6'4", 6'7", maybe 6'7". Like I said, maybe. I understand they mentioned someone else that he's about the size. I'm not gonna do an Australian accent. He's about the size of whoever they just said. So listen. I don't know anyone that's 6'10" that's not a basketball player. You know, someone that's at least 6'5" and up is normally a basketball player, in my mind. But then as soon as I started watching Australian rules football, I've noticed there's quite a lot of big people in there, especially when you have to do the jump balls, which are very interesting actually. But it's funny how either in sports you're either too small or too tall, except for I don't know if they considered him too tall, but maybe just because he was American. Probably more so that he was just American. But let's see more about him.
5 years of hard work and thousands of dollars of education to go play a sport I've never heard of in a place I've never been, with no friends or no family in Melbourne.
Yeah. It's always terrifying when you go to a new
Footy in my
place by
hand,
yourself.
I thought it was pretty much rugby ball. Like, I had no idea. The kangaroo skin and a Sharon is like the name of it, and I don't know. Like, it was all so foreign to me whenever I first started.
His kicking was quite average.
It was a crash course, essentially, of just what AFL was. Craig McRae and Anthony Rocker spent 2.5 months with me, and come around training the first day, it was sink or swim, really. We do this one drill, and you get a handball off to the coach, and of course, Bucks is the one who you're handballing to. Go to handball to him.
And I just remember looking at it, and I looked back and going, okay, we've got a bit of work to do.
I like locked eyes for a second, and I could just see in my mind, just, what if we recruited?
Players generally had a lot going on, but Mason's still trying to work out this new game, whether he fits, if he fits. Am I embarrassing myself?
See, that dude was
But
just
at
as
the end
big.
of the year, I got to the point where I was thinking, I might actually feel comfortable in an AFL game.
Again, sorry. So, okay, I've heard of VFL, and I think that's like that's the lower division, right? Because I think I remember looking into it, and there's VFL, and that was the one that was the main football league in Australia for so long before the AFL started, right? I think that's what it was, because I think I remember reading or hearing something about it, and before the AFL, the VFL, which was a Victoria Football League, from what I understand. Like I said, I think. Not 100%. I think I'm about like 80%. Sure. But so is that like the lower division now? So like if you're starting to come up, kind of like, I guess preseason? Not preseason, but like how it's like reserve league. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe, is that like the reserve league for some teams? Or is that just like still professional and my mind is seriously fucked right now. Is that still professional and but just not as big as AFL?
Bucks was the first one to tell me. He came out and said, look, you're going to debut. And that week was a massive week. It's Anzac Day, obviously. And it's one of the biggest games of the year.
The crowd's 90,000 plus.
Don't know what
The
Anzac Day
stadium's
is.
massive. It just leans over the top of you. So that's challenging enough.
I walked out there and I was ready to puke. I was that nervous. I was freaking out, you know. I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking, don't screw up. Just whatever you do, don't screw up. Don't screw up.
Oh, mate, he's shitting himself. And I can't imagine what it's like to try and drop the ball that extra foot and a half to get it onto your foot.
My hands would have been like this, holding that ball.
Nice. That's parents?
Not that we needed to keep him grounded, but it was our job to keep him grounded.
Stands in the MCG to steady this
It's bloody hard. It's a big step from the VFL footy that he was playing to playing AFL footy.
At the end of 17, was playing VFL, you know, I'd gotten dropped a few times. We were playing small.
He had to set himself a new goal of being one of the best forwards in the competition.
Saturday night football at the Coliseum. Comes through Cox, drops what he should have taken.
Oh, he couldn't quite get at the big fella. Mason Cox here, guys. This was just off the ball.
I had the worst game of my career. I can probably say that pretty comfortably. I don't think I had a single mark the whole game and had maybe 6 touches or something and get suspended for the next week. Probably a low moment in my life, I'd say, of thinking, did I choose the right decision?
Jeez.
Look at this. Cox has been left alone. He plays on. He's gone. He's gone.
Whatever Mason Cox can do as a permanent forward, I suspect Ben Rood can do better.
I said, you know what? This is a last-ditch effort to show him what you're worth, to show him you can do this as a job. This is your career that you want to do for the rest of your life.
Wait, so hold on. It took him what? 3-4 years?
And off the field. 22 consecutive wins at the MCG. It's hard to get your head around it, to be honest.
We'd played Richmond twice and been overrun twice through the year.
This could be the biggest game that Mason Cox never gets a kick in.
Prelim final MCG. Matt Stebbing holds the ball aloft. Richmond take on.
Okay, I do have to say, I do think it's kind of funny. Like, that's the exact type of criticism I would expect from, like, someone that's never played the sport before. Like, this is the exact, like, if you're writing a script, like, this is the exact type of criticism I would be trying to put down as, oh, this guy's never played before. He's going to a new country. This is an entirely new sport to him. This is everything. And then, you know, he's going to have a big game near the end of the series, at the end of the movie. And then it's going to bring out this whole Mason Cox. And it has, like, all those words at the very end. You know, like all those sports movies?
It happened pretty early. It was in. It was clunk, clunk, clunk.
His hands are on, mate. They're just stuck.
Did he make all of them, though? Did he get the 6 pointers? There you go. Wow,
Could you
nice.
have pictured that 4 years, 5 years earlier with the guy that handballed over the top of my head? Definitely not.
I don't believe in ceilings. I don't believe in people setting limitations on others. I think if you're motivated enough and you care enough, or that determined to get to wherever you want to go, it's possible.
Okay. I like that. I know we're almost over, but I like that. I understand that he's probably hit his head on the majority of the ceilings he's walked under, but I like it. Don't set limits. I like that.
You can't write the script any better. Well, you could have. We could have won the grand final. Imagine that story.
I mean, that's a fair. That's a oh, why isn't things okay? There we go. That's for another video. I don't know. I've been really drawn to creepy stuff, but that's actually really cool. Good for him. I have to say, I think it's always very difficult going to a new country, learning a new sport, and that's something that doing exactly that was. It's funny because I was actually thinking about that specifically. Like, how many foreigners have gone into the AFL and have done either very well or have been like kind of like a solid player throughout the season, you know, like, because I feel like Australian rules football was always primarily Australians, and then people were telling me that there's definitely US AFL here, so that was cool to learn about. So now that it's actually like growing bigger around the world, I'm curious to know how many foreigners, like non-Australians, have actually gone into the AFL and have actually either done well or have been consistent enough to stay in the league, on the team, you know, without being cut. I think that would be definitely really cool. I do have to say, I think that this is really cool. I know I keep saying it, but if there's more stories like this, let me know in the comment section below. I saw one of there was like a rivalry, it looked like, and so I'm definitely going to be checking that out. But I think, again, I think that's really cool of them. Wait, didn't I just say something like that? Okay, so I'm reading the comments, and HuppelsCat.net said, I don't believe in, he did quotations, I don't believe in ceilings. It's an odd thing to say for a man who's probably bumped his head on a few of them. I'm sure more than a few, but yeah, okay. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, let me know in the comment section below. I do have some more scary stuff coming up, as you saw, little bit of a snippet coming for you, coming to you. Thank you guys so much. I want to watch more stories like this. I think that stories like this are always going to be fun to watch and to see. And subscribe for more, whether it's AFL videos, whether it's rugby, or just sports videos in general. I'm going to be doing some music, and I just haven't gotten there yet. Let me know in the comment section below what you'd like me to react to next. Subscribe for more, leave a like rating, definitely help out my channel a lot, and I will see you guys next time, or later, or yeah.